9-pound finalist from Baker University, Victor Hughes.
We'll now move to 149 pounds, meet the number 8 seed, Victor Hughes from Baker University, Baldwin City, Kansas. His opponent, 3-time All-American from Southern Oregon, Tyler Calger, the number 2 seed. 49 pounds. Brady.
And wants to go into the environmental ecology of oil and gas industry. Victor is a 2015 All-American.
Baker started its program in 2008-2009, while Southern Oregon, one of the old men of the sea, so to speak. Hughes trying to hook. He's got that leg hook, trying to get behind the shoulders, and Calger's going to come out, and he's got 36 champions in school history. They've added 4 All-Americans to their all-time total, giving them 223 all-time. School's won 4 national titles, the last coming in 2001. And Coach Mike Ritchie, a 4-time All-American at Southern Oregon himself. But right now, Victor Hughes going to get the reversal. Transfer from Bethany College, following first-year head coach Cody Garcia, who was at Bethany and then took the job here at Baker after Pete Deepole left to be the head coach at Bishop Healing Catholic in Sioux City, Iowa. Looks like they did miss a locked hands call there. A couple of the fans out here noticed it. 2-2's the score. We're Southern Oregon looking for some more firepower after the graduation last year of 4-time NAI national champion Brock, the rocket scientist Gutchis. Rocket with 2 T's, folks. 3-2 lead after Calger catches the escape. Well, gets the escape. You don't really catch an escape. Under a minute to go. Hughes out of Fort Scott, Kansas, Fort Scott High School. 8th place last year at 149 pounds. Calger snakes the leg. A knee pull, posting on the head is Hughes. Calger reaching far ankle, lifts, doubles off for a moment. Hughes doing a good job at fighting this position. 13 to go here in the first. 3-2 lead for Tyler Calger. Calger, Sweet Home, Oregon native. That'll end the first period. It's the 3rd year the NAI National Championships have been held here at Landon Arena inside the Kansas Expo Center in Topeka, the state's capital. Caution on the start. Bob Gonzalez here in Kansas done a great job at putting this stuff together. Staff the NAIA. Great volunteers from USA Wrestling Kansas. And there's a 1-point escape as Calger's just going to cut Hughes free. So tied up 3-3 on the score. Southern Oregon currently sitting in 8th place. Heading into this round, of course, the win by Schulte gave Concordia 54.5 points. That jumped them into 8th, so Southern Oregon currently sitting in 9th. Grandview runaway. We'll talk more about them as their wrestlers hit the mats later. They've got 6 more to go, so we'll have plenty of opportunity. Inside control, collar ties by both wrestlers. 35 to go here in period number 2. Great wrestling tradition at Southern Oregon. Baker building a wrestling tradition. Now with Cody Garcia at the helm. He's a Division II national champion at Nebraska Omaha for Coach Mike Denny, who's now leading the Division II program at Maryville, just outside of St. Louis. And we've got a choice. Tied up. Calgary's going to start down. Calgary tries a short sit. Hughes follows. Riding time at 40 seconds. Inside wrist for Hughes. Hughes beat the top seed Willie Fox in the quarterfinals in sudden victory. Now with a minute of riding time. Riding time will give you an extra point at the end of regulation should you have over a minute. And right now, 1:08 left in the bout, 1:08 of riding time. The score is tied up 3-3, but Hughes in control. Calgary not exactly punishing on his way to the finals. Did have a major decision in the opening round, then 3 straight decisions. Hughes flattens Calgary out. 50 to go. First of 2 wrestlers from Baker here in the finals. We'll see Colby Crank next. Riding time is assured. 23 to go. Victor Hughes is 20 away if he can just hold Tyler Calgary down. $10 to go. Calgary gonna try to hip heist over. 2, 1, and nothing there. It's going to be the riding time point coming from the number 8 seed. The second national champion in school history is Victor Hughes. Mike Ritchie looks like he's going to challenge the call. We will have a video review. So Mike Ritchie's going to challenge to see if he got a reversal there at the end. So the scenario is the reversal would make it 5-3 with a point for riding time, make it 5-4. But we're looking on the video review to see if 2 will be awarded to Calgary. The Southern Oregon coaches believed, at least in some way, that he gained enough control to get a reversal. The officials review it. You see also officials coordinator Jerry Middleton down there. And there has to be, just like the NFL, irrefutable evidence to overturn the call. And it appears the call on the mat will stand, so officially, your national champion, a junior, and now a two-time All-American from Baker, Victor Hughes. We've wrestled 4. We'll be back with the final 6. You're watching the 59th Annual NAI National Wrestling Championships here on ESPN3. Back after this. Welcome back to Topeka as we're heading to 157 pounds here at the NAI National Championships. Jason Bryan here with you, finishing up awards. Your place winners at 141 pounds. Sonny Galesian of Briarcliff in 8th place. 7th place, Steele Escobedo of Menlo. 6th place with Walker Marshall of Grandview. 5th place, Jake Exter of Missouri Valley, a 4-time All-American. 4th place, Tyler Fraley, Williams Baptist. 3rd place, Matt Weber of Montana State Northern. 2nd place, Tyler Hinton of Ottawa. And your champion was Andrew Schulte of Concordia. Going to keep it here for 149-pound awards. 8th place, Kane Lavorne of Wayland Baptist. Anton King of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. That's the one in Arizona, folks. 7th place, Jaden Sklapski from Campbellsville. 6th place. 5th place to Dallas Brown of Life University. 4th place, Stephen Garcia of Morningside. 3rd place, Willie Fox from York, Nebraska. 2nd place, Tyler Calger of Southern Oregon. And your champion at 149 from Baker, Victor Hughes.
And your 149-pound national champion from Baker University, Victor Hughes.
Our finalists for the 157-pound National Championship from Baker University.
All right, folks, strap in because it's a Grandview dual meet from here on out. Grandview with wrestlers in every final from here on out. 57, 65, 74, 84, 97, and heavyweight. Jacob Cologne already a champion. Grant Henderson stepping to the mat for the Vikings of Grandview. The number 2 seed, his opponent, the number 4 seed, Colby Crank, one of the greatest wrestling names in the state of Kansas, the Hutchinson, Kansas native, transfer from Bethany, where he was a 3-time All-American. Followed Coach Cody Garcia, as did Victor Hughes, to Baker. Crank, a senior, 22-2 on the year, 118 for his career. Crank with 3 decisions on the way to the finals, while Henderson with a fall, a technical fall, and 2 decisions. Grandview currently sitting with 200 points. That is a new record and growing.
He's a 3-time academic All-American and a 4-time NAIA All-American.
Henderson, qualifier a year ago.
His opponent is Grant Henderson of Grandview University.
Cedar Rapids, Iowa native. Out of Alburnett, great wrestling high school program in Iowa.
He carries a 3.45 GPA while double majoring in sports management and secondary education. He'd like to be
Scoreless here, a minute in.
a coach or a college athletic director.
Henderson, Grandview, the black singlet, red piping, green anklet. Purpose is on the scoreboard. Crank is in red.
65-pound All-Americans to the awards area, please. 3rd through 8th place All-Americans at 1
Officials for this bout. Head official from Missouri City, Texas, is Jerron Quincy. Assistant from Wichita, Kansas, is Michael Fredrickson.
Coaches, if you have not turned in your ballots yet, if you could please turn those in to Teresa at the head table. ballots who have completed, she'll take those at the head table.
Double overs for Crank. Goes for the double throw. Oh, wow. Picks up the 2. The double overthrow. You don't see that at a high percentage at the college level. And 1-point escape for Henderson. So Crank out to a 2-1 lead. This Grandview team has put up bonus points. At one point, they had 34 victories, and 24 of them were bonus victories by fall, major decision, or technical fall. $15 to go, first period. 157 pounds. Henderson with the front headlock. Nothing doing as the first period ends. Crank with a choice. He will defer. Henderson kicked out for 1 escape, so ties it up at 2. Nick Mitchell joined by 2-time national champion Chad Lohman in the corner for Grandview. Lohman, pretty good career himself. 3-time NAI All-American, 2-time champ. And actually is Coach Nick Mitchell's cousin. .104 remaining, second period.
1 minute to go. Track wrestling score, Richard Evans.
Henderson, a redshirt sophomore. Both wrestlers with sterling grade point averages. Henderson sporting a 3.45, while Crank 3.74. Business and psychology. And there's a stall warning on Crank. Crank was in the finals 2 years ago while at Bethany. Was that school's first All-American. Front headlock for Henderson on the edge. Riding time, nothing to speak of as we go to the third and final period. Here at 157, knotted at 2. Crank has choice, he's gonna go neutral. Probably a good decision against a lanky guy like Henderson.
157 pound and 65-pound All-Americans take the awards area, please.
Crank clears the ties. Wrestlers back to the center. In on the single leg is Crank. Trying to drag him down to the mat. Henderson in there fighting hands. Trying to clear his leg. Heavy sprawl, now Crank going body lock. Gonna try to step over Henderson. Gets taken back the other way, 2 for Crank. 4-2 now for Colby Crank. 1 minute to go, and he's just going to kick Henderson out for 1. 4-3. Remember, Crank's got a stall warning against. 30 to go. Henderson trying with double unders, or is it Crank with double overs? You never know with this kid. Henderson in on the single, elevates, doubles off. Does he have it? No, heavy sprawl by Crank. 13 to go. Five seconds. And Baker goes back to back. Four-time national champion, and for the first time in his career, he will stand at the top of the podium. Baker goes 2 for 2 as your national champion at 157 pounds, Colby Crank.